Hey guys, welcome back to another Fire Friday. I am extremely excited to introduce everyone to my dear friend, Oscar Morales. This is someone that I have watched for years, probably now over 2 decades. I'm aging myself, but I've watched what him and his beautiful family have been able to accomplish, and they truly are the American dream story. But on top of that, they've been able to bring such a beautiful story, not only to help and inspire people from their country, but people who are also inspired from different walks of life, and a big pillar in the Latino community in obtaining a career in real estate. Oscar Morales Jr., thank you so much for agreeing to be here. Not only are you an educator, a second generation real estate entrepreneur with your family, with your father, your sister, a reputable and probably one of the most successful real estate instructors, but also a badass in luxury real estate as well. So I gotta give you credit. Bienvenido, amigo. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you very much, and everybody that is watching and listening. It's a pleasure for me to be over here, especially with my Jennifer Lopez of the real estate, which is called Veronica Figueroa. If you don't know her, but most of you know her, but for me, she's my J Lo. Okay, so basically,
you're making me blush.
Well, you know you are the number one over there, and because we gotta believe, Veronica, that we are with the best team. We gotta believe in our partners. We gotta believe in our people. We gotta believe in ourselves. And what would you say to somebody that been in the business long enough, also like you, that we used to be okay in different sides of the coin, and now we are in the same side? Because at the end of the day, it's not only about Relaunch Live, what you're doing right now. It's not only about the Real Estate Institute, what I do represent, or some other organization. Is that we, all of us, we sell as one. We gotta be one. That's why we are realtors. That's why we are into the real estate industry. We gotta stop the fighting, and we gotta get together. I know it's difficult. I know it could be difficult and complex, but we're gonna talk about this today, about the simplicity that we can sell as one.
I love that. I love that. And you always bring such great energy. I remember when I had the pleasure of sitting down with you and your sister, and, just understanding that we were all looking for the same things, right? Community. And we just really are so passionate about the real estate industry and people, and just serving them from not only the moment they get their real estate license, but as they evolve in their career. And I'm just so grateful that I've been able to witness what Selah has and you have been able to build. And when I had the opportunity to meet your father, and just hearing what they set out on with this vision and dream when you guys came to this country, and as a family, you built, the Real Estate Institute. It's really exciting to know that no matter what success we had individually, when we all came together to talk about what we want, it was never about what we want for ourselves. It was always about what we want for others, and how we together can be, I say this a lot, better, faster, stronger together. And I'm just excited, but let's dive into it. So for those people who don't know, where are you from? How long have you been here in the US, and how did you break into real estate?
Well, let's do this fast. I'm from, let's say, Venezuela, because mom and dad are from Venezuela, but I was born in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I started to read and write and learn all of that in Italian. Then I had to learn Spanish. And nowadays, I'm very proud to be an American. So my daughter was born over here. I used to live in Orlando, but now I am in Coral Gables in Miami, Mr. 305, dale. Y ya tú sabes, you can come over here and have a cafecito with me. I broke into the real estate because in 96, I used to sell short-term rentals, nowadays Airbnb and all of that, to Latin American people. So without a license, because an international broker, especially in Venezuela, we didn't need a license, right? So basically you can do some referrals, and that's how I started. I used to live in Washington, D.C., moved to Florida, love over here. And then my dad and my sister and me, we decided as partners to teach the Hispanic community what we learned and how we sold real estate. And that's how we started the Real Estate Institute, Now it's 20 years, and we've been teaching more than 25,000 licensees through these 20 years. It's been hard, but basically, when we started, there were no real estate license in Espanol. Now we got Spanish exam, Spanish book, we got everything. And actually, before coming over here, I was talking with a Brazilian lady in Boston that she is part of our students. She took the class, her daughter took the class, and basically they're trying to pass the exam right now. And I do a lot of coaching and helping for free for the Hispanic community, because all of them, they got my phone number, all of them got our staff numbers, and we help them through the way, just not only to get the real estate license, but to produce and make more money here in the States. That's what we do.
I love that. And I know you guys did something really special. After Hurricane Maria, you guys, just like the leaders that you are, showed up, showed your heart, and you offered people from Puerto Rico a scholarship to get their license in Florida, as we saw a large migration of Puerto Ricans coming from the island and saying, we're going to Florida. Obviously, we call Orlando la capital, la segunda capital de Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And you guys let people know, like, we will help you. What an amazing, beautiful gesture. What an amazing way to give back when people were in need. And that's how we know you, through Jomar as well, that relationship. But tell me, what were you guys thinking? Like, what made you say, like, we're going to go give back through real estate and tell people, hey, you can have a thriving career here in real estate? Did a lot of people take you guys up on that?
Yes, it's very interesting, because during hard times or difficult times is when true leaders show up. Because in a uplifting market, anybody could be a great real estate agent, a great leader with a lot of money. But when the difficulty hits your life or your situation, then when some people they got the tools and the opportunity, then they say, okay, this is for my community. So what happens is, it happens when Katrina, it happens when Maria, it happens all the time, because when we moved to Florida, it was just after September 11. So we help a lot of people also moving from up north to Florida. And we've been doing this forever. So as a family, we said, okay, let's give some scholarship and free courses to all the brokers from Puerto Rico, the ones that could come and could do it. Back in those days, we didn't have Zoom or anything like that to do that. And yes, I remember from the top of my head, at least 20 brokers, okay, already, or corredores, took the classes for free. And some of them, like Jomar, that's one of the reasons that you and me, we connect from Puerto Rico, and we started to develop that kind of relation. Like I said, why? Because I like to connect with people, not only chat. I like to connect where they're from, what they're doing. And basically, we kept the relation, and nowadays we are friends, and now we know the family, each other, and that's what it matters at the end of the day. Because you could be a millionaire or a billionaire. At the end of the day, what matters is your family and your family business, right? Because we spend a lot of time, Veronica, you and me, doing real estate. We got what we call family business. So sometimes we spend 10, 12, 18 hours with your partners in the business. So that's part of your family, because you invite them to your home, you invite them to your business, where you'd be sitting over here 12 hours. So why not having Jomar as a partner, and all the Puerto Rican brokers as a partners? Because yes, they move a lot. There's a lot of movement. We make money when people move. So when they stay, we don't make money. So we gotta be clear that we gotta watch very careful how people move from one state to the other, and just make sure that you got that data, and then you connect with people. Not only data. Nobody wants to be on your database. Don't ever talk about, oh, I'm calling you because you are on my database. No, nobody wants to be in anybody's database. I want to be inside your heart. When you think about real estate, you think about me. When you think about getting your real estate license, you call Oscar. Today, I received a phone call, Veronica, from a guy in Tampa. He's from Puerto Rico. He lost his license because he went to Afghanistan and all of that. And now his mom, 82 years old, is selling her property in Deltona. He took my classes 15 years ago, and he called me to see if I can help him to sell his mom's house. That's beautiful. 15 years later, I saw a random number. I pick up the phone. Some of us, because we're so busy, we don't pick up the phone from strangers. We'll pick up the phone. He says, Oscar, I immediately recognize his voice because
Wow.
I got that one. And he said, Oscar, I got to sell my mom's house. I'm calling you. Are you still alive? I said, well, sure, I'm here.
Are you still in real estate, right?
And that's how it happens, right? And that's how it happens.
You know, Oscar, the title of this says, you know, how to break into the luxury market. So, you know, I feel like with you, I can talk about mindset. We can talk about the power of being around the right people. We can talk about luxury. And you just said something, right? You said something that, like, we're all human beings. We all want to be remembered. And I think no different than breaking into the luxury market. You find a niche, you love good things. You are the vice president of FIAPSI, which a lot of people may not know what that is. It's obviously a global international federation of real estate professionals, right? You are the vice president of the South. Is it the Central America, South America?
All America, from Canada to Patagonia.
One America, all of America, right? So you put yourself in rooms where you're like, you know, with people from Dubai, from Greece, from Italy, from, you know, Spain, you name it, from luxury all over, right? And in Miami, you obviously have relationships with Aston Martin. You have all these relationships with high-end luxury, right? But to not complicate this, because someone that's listening to this that says, I need to know the playbook to luxury. How do I break into luxury? And I recently heard you talk about it, like, first it starts with mindset, guys. It's believing that you can. And then you've got relationships. You got to build relationships with people. If you want to build relationships with people who sell $1 million homes, first of all, you got to believe that you could be in there. You just got to go in there and be willing to accept and be honest. You said this, accept and honest and be honest with them. I'm just now starting off, but I'm going to work so hard to earn your business, but also partnering with someone that has the experience in luxury. I can't tell you how many times I've heard of agents lose out on opportunities to break into something because they weren't willing to find a mentor. Someone says, hey, Oscar, I've got this luxury client. I think they will be best served if we do this together, right? So, like, why not start your luxury career with someone that has experience? Why not reach out to someone who says, so Oscar, you're not flashy. You're not the typical luxury person. You don't drive around being bougie, and not to say that that's not, hey, I like good stuff, so I'm bougie, whatever. But, you know, you're so humble. But your clients range from celebrities to baseball stars, athletes, very wealthy individuals from different countries that I'm talking about, wealth and petroleum, oil. I mean, you name it, okay? Like, wealth looks so different for so many different people, right? But what I love that you broke it down for us was mindset, believing that you have an opportunity to be in the room and knowing who to be resourceful with, and you know, like, making sure you're providing world-class elite service, the best of the best, right? But why is it that so many agents think it's so hard to break into luxury when it really is simple yet complex?
It's all about the limiting belief. As always, it comes to that, Veronica. I love what you said in our last event in Tampa, Relaunch Live Tampa, which was outstanding. And you said very simple. And let's talk about how to break it, definitely. But let's repeat what you said. You gotta take care of your stuff in your house. Saying you say more elegante, no? So you say it better. But you gotta take care of stuff. And what we're talking about inside your house, sometimes inside your heart.
Yes.
Right. So that limiting belief, and how to break into the luxury market, it's simple. We talking is luxury. I always talk about the simplicity, but the complexity of life. Life is simple. We make it so complex. all of these celebrity, Veronica, like you, my J-Lo of real estate, you are luxury, but you have the same basic needs that I do have. You want to be happy at the end of the day. You want to live well. You
Yes.
want to share with family and friends what you got, because at the end of the day, you can have $1 million properties, and at the end of the day, you just share it with family. Sometimes you don't even have the time to share it with friends. And we all have something in common. It's 24 hours. So how to break into the luxury market? Partner with somebody. I talk about the cake. You know, when you have a birthday cake, right? You always share your birthday cake with some people. Have it happen to you that somebody brought you a cake, you put it in the fridge, you don't share it with anybody, and you just have a little piece or 2-3 pieces, and then you throw it away because you didn't share it. So share the wealth. So people don't get into the luxury market because they don't want a partner. I have one of these guys. He came from Orlando. He went directly to Aston Martin. He just, said that he was a luxury broker because, believe me, they're going to check you out in your social media and all of that. And he couldn't close the deal because he didn't have the experience with this guy. It's simple, but it's complex. Then you got to connect, right? And if you connect with people we're doing right now, if you go deep into their hearts, what are your needs? And we understand that all of us, we just want to connect. Some people, they have a barrier. They have a wall because of their past life. Because they have so much money, obviously they need a barrier. They need the secretary, the assistant. Some of these guys, they got an agent, personal assistant, professional assistant, the chef, the wife, the in-laws, the dogs. So you're gonna go through all of that. And then connect, and you gotta be the Uber realtor sometimes and pick them up at the airport at 3 a.m. because they don't want to take an Uber because they're so famous that they will never take an Uber, obviously. So you pick them up. So what happens is you gotta connect. It's simple and it's complex. And Veronica, let me ask you something. Have you paid the price for you and me to be sitting over here?
Yes. We have paid a very expensive price.
So we are not partners, guys, over here because we are Hispanic and I'm vice president, and Veronica was with different companies before, and she's on all these stages. We have paid the price, and very high, sometimes with the family. So guys, we got to pay the price. People don't break into the luxury market because what you said, they don't want a partner. So they want to pay the price, which is maybe sharing the commission or sharing the wealth. I call it sharing the wealth. So let's share the wealth all together. And all of us, we can have Louis Vuitton if you want to. Or we can go to La Casa de los Jugos aquí in Calle 8 here in 8th Street and have a $4.99. I have one of these guys, Vero. He just landed to Miami. And he said to me, let's go to that place, La Casa de los Jugos. It's $4.99 with a soda. It's a huge rice and beans. You know how it is with Latinos. He didn't want to go to more of these expensive restaurants in Miami. He just want to have a nice rice and beans and chicken, all greasy, and have fun with that capurri and bacalaito.
Ay, qué rico.
Eat that. So it's basic. It's so basic, Vero. That's why you don't get into the luxury market. If you don't see the person that is on the stage, but if you see the person, the heart, the needs that they have, and you solve their problems, you will get into the luxury market. And I can teach you that. I'm more than happy to take under my wings anybody that would love to do that, okay? And basically help them to go through it, but you gotta pay the price.
Yeah, and I will say Tony Robbins, when we were at Build Conference, he said when he was buying a house, obviously, and he had specific needs with his very limited schedule, he talked about how the agent that he was originally working with, he told him, this is the criteria, and I only have 24 hours to see this house. They're like, but you sent us 11 homes. It's impossible. That was the mistake number one that agent made. And he's like, everything's possible. how bad do you want it, right? And he's like, I obviously knew they were going to make a lot of commission. I wasn't asking them for any commission back. I just wanted a problem solver. This is what I want. Show me only things, this criteria, and this is the timeline that I have because of my travel schedule. And, you know, sometimes you're just going to have to make, you know, you're going to have to make those sacrifices, whether it's luxury or not. Like, how bad do you want it sometimes, right? And obviously money wasn't an issue. It was time. And the agent came with the limited beliefs of saying, oh, but I got to call the listing agent. This doesn't work that way. Meanwhile, the other agent that he ended up going with was, I'm going to make it happen, made it happen, showed him specifically, says, I'm not even going to show you these because these are not, they don't match what you want. And they took control. They solved the problem, the time constraint that they had. And they saw 7 out of the 11 homes, because the other 4, he said, you don't even want to see those because you're not going to like them based on what I said. He only needed 2 to 3 minutes to know if they liked the location and went in. And Tony said it was the type of world-class experience he wanted to have, even with the limited time frame that he had. But we are professional problem solvers. And people, when they're in that status, that's what they want, problem solvers, you know, because that's what most of these visionaries and very driven people are. They're used to solving problems and they want to work with other problem solvers. But, you know, it's not as hard as people make it out to be. It starts with mindset, starts with believing that you can. It's wanting it. It's wanting it bad enough to do whatever it takes to get it done. And to break into it. Yeah. And like my dear friend Oscar told us at Relaunch Live, you know, you got to go out there and you got to want it. You got to have the big, you know, I'm not even going to say what he said, but, you know, you got to be ready to put on your big boy pants to operate in the luxury market. But I think in real estate in general, right? You have to have some big boy and big girl pants, because sometimes things are not going to work out the way we want. But if we're willing to pay the price, if we're willing to do whatever it takes, you'll be surprised what's on the other side of that. A lot of success. If you guys ever need a mentor in the luxury market, in Mr. 305, who has relationships in Dubai, all over South America, all over Central America, all over Canada, the US, and Europe, he is your guy, in addition to Miami, in addition with wanting to connect with the luxury market in Miami, Mr. 305, Oscar Morales Jr., and also one of the co-founders and leaders of the Real Estate Institute. If you're looking to take your real estate career to the next level, this is the school for you to go to. If you're looking to get your broker's license, your continuing education, whatever it may be, Oscar and his beautiful family, who have helped 25,000 plus agents obtain their real estate license, you need to contact them. Oscar, thank you so much for being here. I know we're going to have you back. We can't wait. We love you. I'm honored to call you a partner, a friend, and a mentor, someone I am absolutely inspired by every single day. Te quiero mucho. Palabras finales, por favor.
Me too. And how this program is called?
Oh, Fire Friday.
There you are. So you got a big fire over there, which is called Veronica Figueroa. She's the #1. And, you know, guys, God bless you. And with this light, go out and search for your light. Go out and search for your soul. Connect heart and mind. And let's leave what I said in Relaunch Live Tampa for the next one. So we wait for you on the next one with Veronica, myself, and all the team that was over there. And big fire for you, Veronica. Wow. Cheers, and God bless you.
Love you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.